Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel. So I started something new for June. On Mondays I'm doing on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th Mondays. I'm going to start airing. The first Monday will be a sketch card. Second Monday will be a CASA card. Third one will be a shaker card, and the fourth one will be a fun fold. The fifth will be their craft project or mystery project. We'll have to wait and see when we get there. I am currently on the second Monday of the month in June. So this is a CASA card. It is on page 23 of the new annual catalog. We are still using the Wildlife Wonder, as that is my chosen stamp set for the month of June. So what do I show you? Well, let me show you what we are going to bring in. We are only going to be using the sentiment for all the great things you do for this card from the Wildlife Wonder. I think that's a little different and a little change. I am using some retired cardstock and DSP. Hope you guys don't mind. Let me just get on and show you the card. Yeah, let's show you the card. Very, very pretty. Absolutely love it. Little different for me. Haven't done the inside. I will though, but I wanted to get this video out there. I'm just going to stick a piece of basic white cardstock, 3 3/4 by 5 on the inside of my card. So which one of these gorgeous cards am I casing? This one right here. This is a very simple card. Use some DSP, just some ribbon, and this punch, the handmade tag punch. And they're also using this element here for it. However, I don't have the stamp set yet, so I brought in the Handmade Wishes one, and I'm using this little scripty scrolly little detail for our card. And like I said, I am also going to use TT. No, baby. My little tyrant out there. So let's get on with what you will need. You can see I'm right here. 19. I accidentally did the wrong card when I was doing. I'm like, oh, that goes in the wrong spot. So we need a card base is not sure if that, let me stick that up there so I can scoot this up further. So card base is 4.5 by 11, scored at 5.5. That means it's hot dog style, or the skinnier version of a half a sheet of cardstock. This is Pale Papaya. Told you I was using retired stuff. Those of you out there who like these colors will probably have them. So my next layer, number 1, is 1.5 by 5.5 of soft succulent. There we have it. Now this strip here started out as a 1-inch strip by 5.5, and I used the super old punch to give me this beautiful little detail. I know we have some border dies in there that if you don't have that, those border dies would work. So that goes next. Next, I brought in those New Horizons DSP that I found. Apparently I didn't use hardly anything, because here it is. And I wanted something subtle, so I chose this one. And how this card came to be is I just cut it in half. I wasn't going to cut 2 pieces just to do a whole piece, and I'm like, I can add some to it. So there that is, and that is 3 by 6. We will cut it down. You will need that punch, and I punched it out of Pale Papaya. You will need 13 inches of ribbon. I chose the Evening Evergreen to go with our card. A scrap piece of white. For our sentiment, I'm using Black Memento to stamp it in, and we're going to use soft succulent ink. So let's get started. And hopefully, I'm waiting for a phone call here. So we're going to start with stamping our sentiment. Oops. Well, that is not going to work. I must have ink on me. So let's clean that off right away, because that's going to get, it's probably from me picking up. Yikes, where's the towel? There it is. Okay, it's okay. I got plenty of scrap. Plenty of scrap white. So I'm just going to try to get this roughly in the middle, because I'm going to punch it out and then cut it with my guillotine, cut it down to where I want it. So that's perfect. We're going to stick the black memento away. Let me put my little play bobber back there before I lose everything I hold dear that sits there on my desk. So cleaning my image off. Okay, that we're going to punch. Now I'm going to put this in, hopefully, in the center and get it as close to the center as I can. Then I'm going to put it on my guillotine and trim it down to where I want it. So punch there. Bring in the guillotine. And I am going to go just a hair above this notch on each side. So there's a hair. This one might have to be, that did not go. It's a little farther down than I want it. But, nope. Okay, we're going to try this a little different. So let's try it this way. It worked the first time. May not always work. We're going to punch this out. Then cut it, then stamp on it. And see if I can get a better equal part that I want. So I want it just slightly there. I just think it needed a little bit more interest. Make sure it's straight there. Now let's see if I can get my sentiment stamped. Ooh, that is still not. Needs a little bit more trimming. There, that looks better. And I just cleaned off this, and let's hopefully not get ink on me. So let's see if we can get this centered, lined up a bit. Yes, that works. Much, much better. All right. Ink again on me. Just one of the great things about stamping. So we have our handmade tag punch, and I told you we're using soft succulent. So we're going to bring that in because I don't have the new set. I do intend to buy it to go with this set, but for the time being, we use what we have on hand. There we go. Don't need anything else. Now we can start building our card. Set that away. So this now is going to get glued right in the center. So I'm just going to stick a line of glue there. If you're wondering why I don't have any nail polish, it's because the surgery place, the hospital told me, you cannot have nail polish on. You can have clear nail polish, but we got to see your nail beds for surgery. So it's like, oh, you guys ruined my day out. Oh, it's okay. So we have our bit of ribbon and our pieces. So the first thing we're going to do with this is I'm going to stick a line of glue there. And I'm going to stick my border edge piece just like that. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to run another bead of glue like so. And I'm going to attach my DSP. So I'm just using my tabletop to make sure I get it straight. And now we are going to trim it off with the guillotine. So I'm just going to pop it over on this side and give it a little hair more, just a little shave and a haircut. Really simple. And what that did is by putting those extra little pieces, it filled in the space on my card. So now we're going to glue this down. Just add some glue on the back of that one, on the back of this one. and roughly give yourself the same amount on each edge of your card base. All right, so that's down, and we don't need the glue bottle anymore. So now I have this 13 inches of ribbon, and let me show you this image. So they're just weaving the ribbon, and so I'm going to use some glue dots to help me accomplish this. I use this, right? So I'm making sure that I have enough loops up at the top, and then down here in 13, 12 would do it too, but I wanted to make sure I really had plenty. So I'm going to start my glue dot right about here, and I'm going to use 3 of them for each time I go. So there's one. We pick up another. I'm going to stick it right there. I'm going to make sure I have plenty of my little loop-de-loop ribbon on that side of it, and I do. So that's good. One more right here, so when we pull this back up, it has something to attach to. Now I'm going to trim that little bit off like so, and I'm going to trim this end off right there at the loop. Get all those little stray hairs off. And this now is going to go up on dimensionals. So let me grab my dimensionals. I'm just putting one at the top and one at the bottom. This is a beautiful, beautiful thank you card. Love the colors. And I love that I'm showing that just because you don't have to use the images in the stamp set, the sentiments can stand alone all by themselves. I love doing these things. It challenges me to work a little bit different. So I have some of these retired polished dots, got off the clearance rack. Love the clearance rack. So I'm going to pop one there because this reminds me of Pale Papaya. It also reminds me of Petal Pink. And then a wee little one up here. And guys, that is how simple this little case of card is. So you could, let's go ahead and let me cut. Let me get a piece of white here. Where's my guillotine? We're going to go ahead and cut in, because I just got an idea. We're going to go ahead and do just a quick little stamp. So I want it to be 5 in 3 3/4. So I'm going to need 2 of these, one for each of my cards. And I'm not worried about an envelope because I think this card I would stick in a clear envelope. So that's going to be my go-to choice. And let's see, where is this little swirly image here that we just did. I'm going to clean it off so that ink doesn't go into somewhere else, and bring back our soft succulent. And we're going to add this little bit of detail in the corners. So there's that little bit. Oops, let's flip it over and try again. That piece, not going to work. So we might just get one on camera, because that one's got stuff all over the back. Let's see, could I fix it? I'm not sure I can. Let's see, can I get it all there? Hold on, I got to pull it way down here so I can sit directly on top of it. It's double lined. That's okay. It will work. It's the thought that counts, right? So let's glue those into our cards. X marks the spot. that really does add to the inside. Oh, I like it a lot. Thank goodness that's on the back, because you won't see it once it goes into its beautiful little card. So there we have it. Our Casa card for the month of June. 2 of them. Our sample and another thing, and it is from the Wildlife Wonder, for all the great things you do. And I'll give you another look at the card we cased. Let's see, right here. That's the one we cased. Right there. Got that great image going on with it, and I hope that you guys like this card, this project, and this new series I'm working on. And if you do, would you make a comment and let me know? I love your comments. You guys have been so terrific. I can't thank you enough. I just haven't. Some days it's no words, but I appreciate everything you guys do in supporting me in this ever, and I want to invite you back to my wonderland. Bye for now.